Conquest, war, famine, death. Conquest, war, famine, death. Trumpets of the end times, wrath brought on mortal life. Trumpets of the end times, wrath brought on mortal life. Conquest, war, famine, death. Conquest, war, famine, death. Blot out light with ashes, march through endless corpses. Blot out light with ashes, march through endless corpses. Towering monolith, look to the skies, don't you see that the sun and you left you behind? For the anguish you brought, it was too much to bear. All of heaven they wept, no longer could they stare. The mountains of bodies are crushing, they heal for the battle, so rough is the work, and I feel that its heart is still beating and clicks still alive. But by you existing, certainly shall it die. Humanity's growing ambition, the source of their undoing. Race of arms, the steel it marches on to sustain all this fighting war. For thy armies, horsemen, march for thee. Made obsolete by machines, forced to attack urgently. Human-made war, the folly. Although mighty but fallen before the endless polluting torrent of souls that were lost before it. Tell me, what was the point of all this? Tragedy, war and suffering brought to the forefront. Why did we forefront? Why did we forefront? Why did we forefront? Why did we unrival? The final act has now made itself known. Horseman in steel walk the earth till her face is unshown. Walk as forth its raging fire, burn all sides and spark their ire. Automate this war machine and paint this world of hell machine. One by one the towers fall, and so you too. This war claims all the self-sustaining system made, but in the end, who is the one to unrival? The final act has now made itself known. Horseman in steel walk the earth till your death has been shown. Walk as forth its raging fire, burn all sides and spark their ire. Automate this war machine and paint this world of pale grey sheen. One by one the towers fall, and so you too. This war claims all the self-sustaining system made, but in the end, who is the one to blame? Intruder inside, warning, full force over eyes, warning.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done in a list view. Next, I set a priority and a due date to keep things on track. I create custom statuses to organize my progress exactly how I want it. I like to add the action items field so AI can show me the next steps. I add my teammates as watchers so they're in the loop. ClickUp makes work easy, from personal projects to running a multi-billion-dollar company. Click the link below to create your workspace for free.
Conquest, war, famine, death. Conquest, war, famine, death. Trumpets of the